I'm an antique expert answering your questions. Got a lot of great shit here, man. I'll be answering your questions for $125 an hour. Tell you what's worth stuff, what ain't worth shit, where to go to sell it, what conditions it's in. What's up, motherfuckers? Yeah, I'm gonna tell you how to take full advantage of what you find and deals you score. I'm going to be giving lectures on it. I'm going to be traveling the country. Yeah, I'm going to be taking a big, giant, fat woman, so there's no infidelity. I will not be taking Daisy, because she gets dehydrated, and I plan on heading west first. This is so much cool shit. I'm not shitting you. And I'm going to answer your questions. Photos. I found a bunch more shit today. Shoes. When we have the annual one, chosen one party, the theme is going to be everybody's got to wear some old shoes. Yeah, when we get all drunk and fucked up on Dragon's Milk, you got to put on one of these Valdalia onion bags as your garment for the night. Yeah, and then we're going to go to the American Bicentennial. Yeah. You people say, you're just too selfish. You don't do anything for anybody else. Yeah, well, that's not true, and I'm going to give you a perfect example of it right now. I have a weak spot in my heart for the Native Americans. And I look at things when Whitey makes things to make them look bad and fulfills a stereotype and brainwashing young children. And here's an example. A plastic Indian with, of course, a tomahawk. This is the brainwashing that occurred from around, early 1800s. Can't be a Indian being a good steward to Mother Nature, helping the white man. It's got to be plastic soldiers holding tomahawks. There are so many good documents in here. Oh yeah, look at this shit. Now condition is a little bit of an issue, but what the fuck are you gonna do? Nothing I can do about that. Some of the stuff's in really great condition, like that Hershey's box. Some's not so good, like this music. Looks like the mice had their way with it. The Boy Scouts, under sealed orders, Lieutenant Howard Payson. I got a lot of stuff here. I got it all out of the thing. Nice metal chest, not worth much. Cool photographs. I think you're really going to enjoy this when you see the final product. I ran out of table space, if you can believe it. Nice wooden crate boxes. I was born too late. I should have been born during this era. Only not much newer stuff like that box. TJ's Fresh Fruit Fundraising Division. Hey, Stephanie. I'm going through this stuff slowly, but I will do a good job. I will raise my head high, and I'll inventory and catalog it. Got lots of great ephemera, tons of stamps. Do you know what billheads are? Excellent billheads. I can't find copies of them anywhere. Yeah, that's what happens when you get depressed. My house has looked like this before too. You just don't give a fuck. And when you don't have anybody over, you're not fucking some new date. I mean, why bother? I mean, why waste time cleaning and organizing when nobody else is going to see it but you? I mean, after all, when you go to sell a house, what do? You clean it up for the new people. Yeah, I broke that cycle. I highly recommend going into a mental hospital a couple of times because there's nothing to do but think and eat lunch and breakfast and dinner. And if you're a total loser, you can go and learn how to draw and yoga and that bullshit. But I knew then, I made up, the trip there was worth it alone to just be able to sit there and think how nuts I am. And when I get out of this motherfucker, what pills can I take to move me along? What advantage can I conquer to make me a better person? And it occurred to me that it's quit collecting. quit collecting. That's what I did. I quit collecting. I sold everything at fire sale rates and just said, fuck it. I don't collect anything anymore. It's like, yeah, you don't collect anything more. Then what's all this shit? Yeah, this is an anomaly. And this is kind of a dual thing to like do some shit for a historical society, help some people out in the jam. And actually, all I do is sleep in, go out to lunch, take photos, feed the birds, and watch Pornhub. And I thought, well, I think I'll do this. I said, how about, they say, what do you want for it? And I said, I'll give you $5,000, which was really about $2,000. Now here's your antiques lesson today. This is what I've learned through my travels. And it's like, you are one lucky son of a bitch. Everything you run into, you paid $5,000, and now you're doing this. Well, let me tell you how it really works, though. Let me tell you how it really works. First of all, this is a lot of work, and I'm the laziest motherfucker in the world, so that's number one. Number two is, you got to sort this shit out, the good from the bad. Number three is, you need to know where to go where you're going to get the most money. And number four is, here's the worst part. You need to catalog this stuff, photograph it, do an accurate description. That's bad enough, but it even gets worse. Here's the real kicker. And I learned this, and it never occurred to me when I was collecting. I thought all that shit I'll have when I retire. I'll just list a couple things a week, and I'll just make good money. And I mean, there was a method to the madness on what I bought. And I realized early on that I didn't like selling stuff. Not because, I'm a total fuck off when it comes to my stuff. But let's say, and I just like having fun, being irresponsible. And if you hired me, it's like, Stephanie, if you said, hey, I want you to come out there, we're having a family reunion, would you photograph it? Yeah, I'd come out there. And when I do stuff like that, it's no fucking around. I wouldn't charge you. I'd make sure every photo was good. I wouldn't be fucking around with exposure, and I would do the right job, which is why I avoid those kind of things, because when I do have to do something for hire, I'm like anal about everything. But when it's my own, I don't give a fuck, is why I voted. So here's the big kicker. So just what I explained to you, get all this great shit. And, hey, Blue, you get all this great shit, but here's the real kicker. The real kicker is dealing with people and answering their fucking questions and talking to people that have no idea what they're fucking talking about and getting lowballed by morons that know what I have that are trying to get it for half price by mailing shit through eBay, which sucks now, and them getting it and saying that it came there fucked up, which ironically is how I met Marty. It's the only thing I ever sent that didn't get there in one piece. And then you're fucking around with that and you're turning in a claim, and I just hate it so bad. Now I got the luxury of like, look at all these stamps. Somebody emailed me this morning and said, what do you think this stuff's worth? I'll tell you what it's worth. Just by a cursory going over, if I took this stuff, cleaned it up, organized it, separated the glue from the build heads, all this bullshit that I told you that I didn't want to do, and I retailed it out, and I took my time, and I listed all the things that I'm not going to do, I don't want to do, I'd say $40,000, probably. This is good shit. Especially these stamps and the bill heads. All these stacks of stuff are bill heads, and I couldn't find anywhere. And they're, believe it or not, from a great market, Athens, Georgia. These big thick books. And you say, Athens, what's the big deal about that? Well, the big deal about it is a relatively small town and really didn't prosper till later on. Now, you go to Detroit or Atlanta, the bill heads are still worth quite a bit of money, but there are a lot of them around. A lot of them survived. A place like Athens, this shit is like worth a lot. Some of these are worth $100 a piece, and I have thousands of them. Some of these cigar boxes, but I don't want to fuck around it like that. So now that I've got everything out of the trailer, I've separated the junk. Now I'm going to go through and pick out the really good stuff and decide when I'm going to donate a lot of it to a historical society, some pretty good stuff. And then when you go to communities where there's money, like Athens, it's not going to like $10 too. I've had this happen before. I've had fantastic stuff before that I've approached historical societies about it. And the problem is they don't have any fucking money. And most of these places will want you to donate it. It's like, I ain't fucking donated it. I've dealt with museums in the past, and they're a pain in the fucking ass. 20% of them will lie their fucking ass off. And 90% of the time, no one will see what you gave them. It gets resold, which is in the fine print, never displayed, all the things that you didn't want to happen. So I got one guy sent to prison too, a curator from Rapid City, South Dakota, stealing. He got charged and convicted. I knew those fucking documents. That son of a bitch didn't get them where he said, and sure enough, they got them. But anyway, so what you have happen, now here's where I'm lucky on this. I knew by quizzing these people when I got this stuff that it hadn't been gone through. Because if it had, there'd be a bunch of shit that was missing. A lot of estate sales, they'll hire some motherfucker like me to come in and look over and pick out the good shit. And then they'll put, hey, estate sale, and you come in there and you don't know anything, you think it's worth a lot, and you pay too much. But this is really good. And there's some good glass too. The diamond ring was fake. It's cubic zirconium, which I hope Stephanie's not listening right now. This is the ring I plan to present her after 2 weeks of non-stop sex when she visits. Oh, it's a big racket, man. And eBay has turned. You can look up my eBay profile if you want. Not that you give a fuck. It's Detroit River. eBay was absolutely fantastic. I joined eBay in '99. And I'd say for a good 25 years, I was obsessed, mentally ill, chronic fucking collector. Just a fucking lunatic. If you called me and said that grandma died, she had a marble collection, and you sent me pictures and it was the good stuff, I'd bite the bullet and get on a plane, fly out there the next day. I don't do any of that shit anymore. This was just kind of an anomaly that kind of filled a lot of voids. Changed my thing. They needed the money. It needed to be out of there within a week. I knew there was I know a lady that works for the Historical Society, and I just did it. So I hope I don't do it again, though, to tell you the truth. I mean, I'm having fun, but there's nothing like sitting home drinking a dragon's milk watching Pornhub. These machines aren't for sale. Not yet, anyway. They may be. This was kind of a thing where they got into the wood business for a while. Actually, it's how the wood was milled that's used for my new home. But there's no money in wood. There's just not. I mean, there is if you're a Jew, but not if you're a agnostic or a Christian or a Buddhist. There's just no fucking money in it. By the time it's all said and done, not really. And I'm not a flea market guy. I went and looked for the stuff that I wanted. Yeah, you're never going to get to me to go to the fucking world's longest yard sale. I could give a fuck. Fucking walk 100 miles for some piece of shit. Yeah, those machines are expensive. They're actually new. They were only used for about a month. And I got a dog that I have to run everything by. And I have to say, hey, is your name Daisy? And Daisy has to give final approval on everything. So I can tell she wants a drink and wants to go pee-pee. Which she's going to get to do. Come on. Come on, hon. Come on, honey. I got you. Why you acting like Dad's going to drop you? You want to go pee-pee over here? Dad'll get you a nice drink. That's Daisy, girl. Yeah, peeking out the window. Why not? It's fun. This is that factory that was torn down. Union Hosiery, I think the name of it was. They made textiles. Atta girl. Want dinky water? It's like, yeah. It's a little humid today. You want dinky water, hon? Come here. Hey, Daisy. Hold on a second. Oh, I got it. Stop. Hold on. Stay. And I think she wants dinky water, too. We call it dinky water. Man, my back, I had a sore muscle in my back this morning. I put that Penetrex on it. You know how you ever have that muscle in your back where you stand up? It's not bending over. Right at the small of your back. I fucked it up playing basketball before. But I put a bunch of this Penetrex on. I highly recommend this shit. I'll be jacking off again by 9 tonight. It's stinky water. I always carry a camera with me. I always carry a camera with me. They need to get me as a rep for Penetrex. It's like, yeah, I was able to go to my shit job and rake the lawn. My wife's been bitching at me. Not me. I'll smile, look right into the camera and say, oh man, I love Penetrex. Nothing else worked. I'll be jacking off to Pornhub by 9. Gas mileage, generally 17.3. All around, if you took 10,000 miles. This has got that Vortec Turbo V6. But if you baby it, I've got 19.2. But if that turbo kicks on all the time, because that was Ford's way around, you know, the emissions and staying away from a V8 and still having a little bit of pulling power. You know? Okay, yeah, if you look at the Penetrex, and guess who owns it? Jews. What a surprise. Leave it to them to come up with something that works that you make a fucking fortune on. As far as I know, you can only get it in Walmart or order it off Amazon. Yeah, I love the Ford F-150. You know, it's the all-time selling vehicle. There's 1 million versions. Good girl, hon. 1 million versions. I gotta move this shit too, because Daisy likes to sit down there in the front where the sun doesn't come through. There's 1 million versions. You can stay there, hon. See, I always carry a big gallon of KY jelly. You never know. She likes laying down there for some reason. This dog is so spoiled, it's unbelievable. You know, I've put 40,000 miles on this. I'll have it a week. The 7th, actually. The 7th. I put 40,000 miles. I'm coming up for some tires, though. I get the best tires. I've done this over the years. They're a lot of money, but they're worth it. Michelin's. The top, I think it's the 400, not thread count. What do they fucking call that? These motherfuckers last forever. Stay there, hon. You stay there, honey, okay? Dad's got to be fucking around some more. I'll put these back windows down, too. You stay there, hon, okay? You stay there, hon, okay, honey? You stay there, babe. See how thick she is in the chest? Yeah, they are. No, but I have a lot of friends who... Actually, I just bought a Ranger with a 428 Ford in it. I'm getting a new clutch put in it. The short bed, supposed to be ready last week. It's not. 428 4-speed. Can't wait to just bang gears and smoke tires. All these Fords are good. They go forever. There's a lot of room in them. Like, I leave my seats down and I put all my shit, and there's a lot of room in the front too. Yeah, I mean, Michelin's they get a lot for them, but I've just, you know, you get less flats, and I just like everything about them. Yeah, I think they're all good. Get one from the south, no rust. They get a lot of money for these fucking Fords too. Even with them, you know, mileage doesn't affect pickups like it does cars. Weird. It's crazy. Then I wanted to give you an update. I think I might go. There's no close place to eat lunch here. Curious George. Little Red Riding Hood. Yeah, they're good tires, you're right. So now that I got everything out, and I've kind of half-assed been like going over stuff as I'm taking it out. I got the good shit pretty much. Look at this little, like a Rector set. Yeah, they do a lot of salt up there. There's cars, nice cars. You don't see any rust down here anywhere. Got some fishing line. old glasses, cigar boxes, you name it. Garbage, junk, throw them out. Rita wants these 2 pool balls. Yeah, get rid of the junk. Old original packaging. You know, a lot of times, like the original packaging is worth more than what was in it. Not the case. It is with like chocolates and stuff. Now that's not in very good shape, but if that was in good shape, that Kennesaw biscuits would be worth a lot. You know, conditions everything in this collectible stuff. Just stacks of good shit. Look at these letters. There's probably $5,000 worth of stamps in these. And I don't know what the content is, the letters. And there's way more than that. Tons of religious stuff. Furniture book. Tons of like hymns. They got a lot of Baptist and Methodist stuff. Old, like there's a gold cookies tin, but it doesn't look like I have the tops to them anywhere, which just kills the value. There's some junk, but not that much. Family photos. Look at these shoes, Stephanie. A lot of cool pens. Oh, a lot of recipe stuff, old and new. Sandwich grills, waffle maker, waffle baker. Hey, Michael. Somebody wanted this. I thought it was Rita, but I think it might have been Tribbles. A nice mahogany thing. There's 2 of these, actually. There's another one around. Yeah, mahogany. There's 2 of those. No big deal. Not worth a lot. These are actually worth about $65. Protect the Children. Creamery in Athens. Like I said, there's a premium value on some of this because it's local. Look at this booze. Only 20% alcohol. Shit, I bet it'd take me a week to get into your pants drinking that, Stephanie. 20%? Fuck. Isn't that something? And, you know, these are the old insulators that were on telephone poles. A lot of cool shit. Look at all these pens. Candy cane, different kinds of pens, slogans. Look at this one. Sandwich spread. Duke sandwich spread. Cool, isn't it? Those are insulators that went on the top of telephone poles. Yeah, a lot of interesting stuff. And really, I see they got sued, and they own a big general store. They got sued in '57 for not paying some of their bills. A lot of family photos. God, I feel guilty throwing those out, but they told me everybody was dead. But looking at some of these photos, unless everybody died at 40, that's not true. People are full of shit a lot of times. You guys know that. Like Stephanie, I told her all she has to do is come down here and just relax. I'll smoke meat and we'll drink and have fun. But really, she's going to be chained for 10 solid days to a bondage chamber that I haven't showed you. I'm full of shit too. Oh, like that. Oh, cool. Yes, some of them are worth money, you're right. Yep. But with all this collectible shit, remember, condition is huge. Big deal. So I'll slowly be sifting through the junk. Excuse me. Yeah, Lindbergh. Look at this. Lindbergh's. Look at this. Look at these old thing. Lindbergh's visit baby son. Look at that. World War parlay will adjourn. What does that say? Indefinitely. Oh, I sure will. Lots of newspapers about, you know, 3 slayers die in Florida's first triple execution. Tons of newspapers. Found a lot of good photos. Oh, it'll be on, don't you worry. It's really interesting, though, I think. I realized that, you know, life was harder in a way, but it was also nicer in a way. No fucking COVID. Didn't worry what the guy electric bill was. Thank you, Michael. You know, it's just seemed a lot of like books on how to spell, grammar, being a better person, slip ups in language, old drill, old fishing equipment. Yeah, it's really really enjoy going through this. Yeah. Yep. I think I'm sneezing because of dust. So I'm having a good time, really. And I had a weird dream last night. I dreamed I was giving people rides in my neighborhood on a helicopter I built. Strange. Who knows why this shit comes in your mind? I didn't take any NyQuil either. Boy, you'll have some crazy ass dreams on that shit. Seriously. There's now these things are worth that KC baking powder. Chicago. All those original wooden things are worth a lot. Yeah, I really like going through this old stuff. Somebody's going to be going through ours someday, Stephanie. Get rid of those vibrators, French ticklers, dildos. Don't embarrass your grandchildren with stuff they didn't know about grandma. No, this is Marty's warehouse. This is a brand new trailer, by the way, 12 grand. This is Marty's warehouse. One of them. This is one they don't even use. This is just for extra shit. I come down here and fuck around sometimes at night. Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? This is where we're going to have the annual Chosen One party, blowout party. Just picture it with like broken wine and beer bottles all over and sleeping bags. Oh, yeah, yeah. The thing I don't like about it, well, I like about it because it gets you to sleep. It helps with allergies a little bit. But the thing I don't like about it is you feel groggy. It's got a long half-life. You know, it's basically liquid Benadryl. Well, it is liquid Benadryl. And then I throw the like crappy shit, stuff like that. Yeah, she's got some big ones. Who cares when you're dead? I don't care what they find of mine. Size matters. We're going to catch all these women die if they don't do something with their sex toys before they die. All that bullshit they used to talk about on the chat, not remembering how their prior boyfriends, how big they were, and size didn't matter. And then we'll see the biggest fucking dildos in the world after they've all died. Why? Why weren't they small dildos? Because they were lying. They were embarrassed about it. It put a big hole in their story. And all the lies they told over the lives we had late at night. Yeah. If the kids are real young, you can just tell them they're baseball bats for kids. Yeah, yeah, good thinking. Good thinking, my enemy. Yeah, good thing it's like you swat flies with it. You just don't want the little kids to know that grandma was banging herself with these for a couple decades. Everybody's got that. You find a lot of shit when people die. I don't give a fuck. I'll be dead. I hope you find the worst secrets I buried. Fruit cocktail. Hunt's fruit cocktail. See it? Once again, you just go in, you find something. Fruit cocktail sucks. The food's gotten better over the years. Instead of eating canned stuff. Bartles and James, we're gonna be drinking some of these, Stephanie. I meet these old broads on Match.com, and they come over, and these Southern belles are fucking. I had one ask me at Home Depot. She's not bad looking either. About 50, divorced, and I don't give a fuck. You guys know what I'm really like, so I don't have to put up any airs. And I talk to her when I go in there. I mean, she's not bad looking. I may let her blow me drunk. I'm not sure yet. I'm still thinking about it. But anyway, I like her. We joke around, stuff like this. And I don't know, she works at Home Depot, but she's got some money some kind of way because she just built this kick-ass house. I don't ask because I don't give a fuck. And she said to me, would you like to come over for dinner some night? It's like, yeah, maybe I'll do that. She said, what do you mean maybe you'll do that? I said, well, I got a lot of shit. I'm moving into a new house. And she said, would you ever be interested in Bible study? And I thought, right then, I'm going to end this shit right here. This is going to save me for a bunch of fucking small talk. This Bible stuff is huge here. There's a fucking church on every corner. It's constant, never ending. I'm not shitting you. There's more fucking churches here than there are bars in fucking downtown Detroit. And I said, Bible study. I said, like, I don't think so. And she said, no. I said, no. And I'm trying to like fucking contain myself, I said, but I'll tell you what, if I can come over, I'll bring some alcohol and I'll give you a good reason to want to study the Bible. And she said, you're one of those, huh? I said, one of those. I said, how do you think we all got here? Yeah, no, pretty much happy. Pretty much. I said, so am I still coming over for dinner? She said, sure. Probably never happened. Fuck. I'm not that. There's no way I'm doing that. I mean, go over there for what? I mean, it's like everything's sex about you. It's all you're talking about porn and fucking jacking off and finding dildos. Do you ever think about anything other than sex? And the answer is no. I don't. You read the Bible. It's my life, But this is the one downside down here. And that is this Bible shit. I got a Bible thumper that built my house, and I fuck with him constantly. I just can't help it. I think it's my angry personality. I'm always asking him if he realizes, like that outside shower, how much fucking's going to be done out there with women that I never intend on marrying. And he acts like he doesn't hear me. And then he'll say, well, what kind of lights do you want? What kind of lights? I said, lights, I want bright ones so I can put hidden cameras when I'm banging them and they don't know they're there. He just talks like, and their kids are being, of course, homeschooled. You don't want a kid, find out what a fucking Playboy book. I said, it's not my business. But I bet there's a 90% chance both your kids, they're taking theater classes. I said, it's not my business, and I wish the best for them. I really do. And I'm thinking to myself, but with parents like you crazies, I said, you're going to be lucky those kids aren't gay. I said, and you'll be the worst parents in the world for them to come out of the closet. I mean, these are the kind of kids that run away and shit. Yeah, they just run away because they don't want to. Can you imagine just growing up in like this right-wing Christian life and everything is, fucking, you can imagine, right? And then you're heading into your puberty years, and you're realizing you like fucking dick, trying to get a hold of some fucking old Sears catalogs to jack off to, hiding them fucking 19 miles away. Then you got to tell mom and dad, it's like, hey, Junior, why is it you never say anything about girls or anything? Do you like girls? Oh, yeah, Dad. Yeah, I do. I like them. Well, why don't you ever have any? I mean, you never make comments. Well, it's just not he starts lying now. The dad has forced him into a corner. He says, I just, think the Lord just wants it to be special. He's thinking of a big old fucking 9-inch cock in a park. And there's no fucking way under any circumstances he wants Dad to know about it. It's like, well, I just, it's okay to date. Just remain celibate, son. Yeah, Jim Palmer. Yeah, shit like that. That's exactly right. What's he, about 105 now? Yeah, but it's so much stress. Like, I know I wouldn't be that way as a dad. It's like, Dad, you've been super cool, thanks for letting me watch your porn collection. Everybody else was studying. That's all right, son. I just want to let you know it's your decision to make. If you like girls, I'm happy for you. If you like big dick, I'm happy for you too. But to be honest with you, son, I'd rather have you throwing, the final touchdown pass in the Super Bowl than having a big fucking fruit basket draped across your forehead on your honeymoon in San Francisco. I tell people all the time, if you're going to have a son and I'm going to have a son, I want yours to be the gay one, not mine. Not because I don't like him, can't accept it, none of that shit. Call me old-fashioned. Just call me old-fashioned if you want. Yeah, I just do, man. I just like a son asking me about, finger fucking as an example, if it's bad or dirty or did I ever do it. Instead of just like a high-pitched voice making muffins and shit with fucking catch 'em with high heels on. Catch me in a bad day. It's like, Johnny, what the fuck you doing? You got fucking panties on, high heels, and you're making brownies. It's like, well, you said you'd accept anything. Yeah, well, I'm having a bad day. Why don't you go out and throw a football? And then I'll realize, right, that I just fucked up majorly. I've isolated myself from my son's homosexual desires. And I'm pissed. I wonder if it's the gene pool, the 50% DNA that he inherited from his mother. Where did this come from? And I go and see a Jewish psychiatrist. And I give him $5,000 cash to get this hostility erased from my mind permanently, to love my son just like I did if he liked pussy. It's just a hump I can't get over. I just look and they flash and they pan in on me at a family reunion. You can just see my face looks like a face of someone about ready to get executed. Yeah, I just want him to be happy. Yeah, it's just, this is human behavior, boy. It's a tough one. Yeah. I'll never be nudging my wife and saying, that's my son. Caught a big old 36 double D bra crammed between the mattress when he had his girlfriend over. It's like, look what I found, honey. Big smile on my face. It's like, where'd you find that? It's like, I found that under Johnny's mattress. He's a chip off the old block. Oh, that's good. Man, you gotta feel so good. Yeah, it's Tommy Jr. that I'm worried about. It's like, worried about him in what way? Well, he's got Jim Palmer baseball jockey underwear magazines. No girls. He's got Playgirl. She said, well, he's just in a stage when he's experimenting. It's like, yeah, that's what I'm worried about. So I have Tommy, Amanda Man Talk, say, Tommy, you want to go fishing? No, Dan. In his high-pitched gay voice. Would you like to go to a Atlanta Falcons game? No. How about shoot some guns? Doesn't interest me. How about, shit. How about we just take a trip out west? No. I'm thinking right now, these are not the answers that I was looking forward to. And I've turned out and grown to be a fraud just like everybody else. I said that I wanted my son to be happy, and evidently what makes him happy is sucking big dicks, and I'm disappointed about it, and I said that I wouldn't be. So I figure I'm just going to nip this in the fucking bud, I'm going to go for broke. And I say, Tommy, Dad loves you no matter what. He's disappointed as hell. He's suicidal over your fucking fantasies. And he's trying like a motherfucker to cope. You know all the bullshit that I told you over all these years? Well, that's what I'm going through as an adult right now. And I love you, but this gay shit is on my mind. Yeah, a fashion show. It's like, well, I'm sorry, Dad. It's like, so I want you to be honest with me, even though it's none of my business. Yeah. Yeah, they got those African. Yeah, I see those once in a while, but I mean, a lot of stuff is it's pejorative, which means like if I call Stephanie a dumb faggot, it's pejorative. First of all, Stephanie's not dumb, and she can't be a faggot because she's a woman. So yeah, it's in the heat of emotion in an argument. You don't really mean it. And I think a lot of that bullshit, it's a real hot potato now. You can't be talking about this black shit, but I know blacks that say about whites and whites that say it about blacks. And if either one of them ever had a chance to help each other out, they'd do it. Car accident, first aid, needing help, broke down on the highway. This shit gets way too over fucking blown. People don't really mean it. It's pejorative. They don't really fucking mean it. They say it in the heat of passion. You know? Yeah, I see that shit. I don't give a fuck about it. I mean, you have those little figurines on your house and you have somebody over now, man, you're dead fucking meat. There was a cop they fired somewhere about a year ago. He had old historical Ku Klux Klan posters, and his house was for sale. And when they toured his fucking man cave, they saw these. Well, before you know it, they contacted a fucking whoever, and he lost his fucking job over that shit. And all is this, believe me, that shit's all over too. I've run into it a million times. I wouldn't collect it, but it's a historical documentation. I mean, if you're going to start doing that, well, then go tear down the Holocaust Museum. That's got all the atrocities that happened there that you can go in and tour and see how bad it was. I mean, this is a long time ago. It's not like you're boasting and trying to bring back those days. Everything is so fucking crazy now. Oh, yeah, that's exactly right, man. And I know blacks, man. I mean, I don't say too much about it because it doesn't really mean shit, but you can still be a racist and be good friends with blacks. And you can not be a racist and not like some blacks. It's not the color of their skin, it's the character. I had a black best man at my wedding. I lived with blacks in college because I wanted to. But I don't say too much about it because it really doesn't mean anything. It's like being gay and having a fucking parade. I mean, am I supposed to have a parade, get every straight guy I know together? It's, hey, let's have a parade. Let's get some stickers made. Let's wave to everybody and let them know that we're fucking girls and not guys. It's not people's business what you do in your personal life. It's none of their damn business. Having a parade because your sexuality, it's like, what? The fuck are you talking about? Yeah. Oh, the media, they're the biggest fucking troublemakers in the world. Yeah, they fucking are, man. Motherfuckers. Sheet music. I'm gonna send these pool balls to Rita. There's a place in Woodville there on that sign. They have good hamburgers. I might go up there and get a hamburger. That's pronounced Siloam. You'll get corrected about it anywhere you go. Yeah. I'll tell you another thing, too. I've been reading a lot about the Doors. I didn't really like him when I was younger. And I didn't really realize, I knew he died young, but I didn't realize it was 71. I can remember being a kid and hearing Riders on the Storm playing on a vacation in Connecticut. I always thought they were a bunch of druggies, and I never gave a fuck about it. But as I've gotten older and don't give a fuck about it, I thought the Doors were cool. But you go into infamy when you die young. I mean, if they'd have lived full lives, all of them, well, all of them did. And that Manzarek or whatever his name, the keyboard player, he seemed like a half-assed guy. He had a master's degree in something, an undergraduate degree in economics. I don't think he's any fucking genius. And after all, he played the keyboard. Fuck, they're a dime a fucking dozen. I like the guitar player. He's still playing, actually. He needs to retire. Just wears his psychedelic clothing, old fool. And Densmore's still alive, the drummer. Jim Morrison, that's a suspicious death. It really is. But I think, like all this shit, Elvis, Doors, man, once you're dead, man, your shit just takes off. It's the way it is. It's that way with collectibles, too. Painters and all that shit. I'll give you an example. Now, this isn't a famous guy, but I knew this guy. He's an alcoholic. Used to see him drunk on a park bench in Chicago all the time. So I bought about 6 photos, 6 paintings from him. His name was Don Elmy. You can look him up, Elmi. And he painted everything in Rust-Oleum. He had a syndicated cartoon thing for quite a while. I think he got canned for drinking. He painted everything in Rust-Oleum and scenes of Chicago. Here's one right here. I paid $100 for that one. I paid $100 for all of them, which was a lot at the time. And I think I've seen him for selling for $1,100. Why? Because he's dead. It matters. Yeah. It's crazy. So that's all I know, you guys. I think I'm going to lock this place up and go get a lunch somewhere. So I hope you guys have a good day today. I'll probably come on later tonight. I'm going to fuck around here. It's supposed to rain like a motherfucker tonight. I love being here while it's raining with this door open. A couple Dragon's Milks. I don't listen to the radio much. Isn't that crazy? Even when I'm driving, fucking thinking about shit all the time. Fucking nuts. Like today on the way here, I was thinking to myself, oh, Stephanie, I can't wait to get her in this position and that position. God, it won't be long. It seems like music interrupts like the shit that I think about. Might be getting dementia. Yeah, fuck, I hope I don't get that. You'll be saying, what's your favorite porn? I'll just look at you like a fucking deer in the headlights. It's like, yeah, Tom is really slowing down. He asked me what Deep Throat was the other day. It's like, fuck. You gotta be fucking with me. If you get dementia, man, all your vacations turned out to be a waste of time. All your photo albums, you look at that and you point to your nurse's aide and say, who's that? It's you. It's not me. Yeah, it was you when you were young, when you went on vacation. Your brain's fried, motherfucker. Yeah, I'll do a live tonight. Yeah, I'll do one. Daisy's gonna do a live. And I'm fucking getting something to eat here. Daisy always sits where the humans smell. This used to employ 4,000 people, 3 shifts. And what do you think about that, girl? Oh, wow. Yeah, Marty's got a lot of those coins that look like they smashed them with a hammer. They're like thin on one side. Coins don't interest me for some reason. I like books, ephemera, documents. I was a marble collector. I collected a lot of glass. I'm just so happy I don't collect anything now. Other than good memories. I got it all between my ears. No boxes full of shit. I mean, look at this. This is like mental illness. Yeah, I did digress a little bit doing this, but it's been fun so far. Like, look at these old cool books. Tops, glasses. It's just kind of fun, man. It's fun to go back and I got so many like good book stacks full of shit. Yeah. Yeah, you hold on to them, yeah. It's not uncommon though to like get about this age and you think, why do I have all this shit? Downsizing. Because then you start thinking, and the chances of your kids or your relatives liking it is fucking low. It just is. Why? I can't fucking tell you. It's just the way it works. When I die, you're going to be able to move right in. Oh shit. Look at this. Always my sister, always my friend. Mathematics, self-study. Arithmetic. Stephanie, I got your roses already. Yeah, we'll just have fun. We'll do a chat tonight. We'll have one like 9 o'clock. I did text and I got a response. There's going to be, I guess, like a memorial service at the Martinson Funeral Home on Saturday down around where he lived. Southgate, Trenton, something like that. I'll get the link and put it on there. Now, I don't believe, personally, I'm not into like tombstones and grave markers, and so the whole thing is stupid. But it's not me; it's him. So if he does, he's going to be cremated. So I'm assuming. Well, I shouldn't assume. I don't know. I mean, I know people that are cremated still have grave sites, which just I don't get it. His ashes are going to be spread where he grew up. So I guess there'll probably be nothing. So I guess there'll be nothing to buy or donate or anything like that. I do it because I always say I do this for a buddy of mine that died in high school and his dad, because I know there's no family left. So if I'm wrong about all this shit and there's something to it, I don't want to like fuck that up, even though I don't really believe in it. You know, I leave flowers on their grave when I'm in the area. I don't do it for anybody else. And it could be a total waste of money. I know this. It probably is, but hell, I don't know. But Frederick was a good guy. And really, all things considered, I had quite a conversation with him a couple months ago. And I know it sounds terrible, but it's better off than he's dead. I'm sure if he had a choice, he'd be happy with this, because his life was never going to be good. And he was a pretty active guy for an older guy and still worked full time. And it wasn't going to be Frederick sitting around the house having a nurse's aide come in 3 times a day. So, but on the same token, I mean, that's the end of the road. Nothing's quite as humbling as death. That's fucking it, man. Which is sad, because you won't have their presence anymore. And if you told us all a year ago that Frederick wasn't going to be around anymore, you would have thought about it up until the day he died. So you can't have it both ways. It's a loss. You know? All right, well, you guys have a good day today. We'll party on tonight. It's going to be raining like a motherfucker, too. Michael? Thanks for coming on. Stephanie? Hey, Mark. Just getting ready to sign off. Dar? I didn't catch all these fucking... Hey, Mark, somebody said you got... they shut down your thing the other night. Is that true? Your chat? Did that happen? Oh, yeah. Oh, huh. Why was that? Because of copyrighted music? Oh, there you go, Michael. You got introduced to it. Oh, copyright. Oh, as usual. Okay. All right. Well, just make sure you play that Epidemic Sound, that boring elevator music that guarantees no one tunes into your show because it sucks. They've really painted you into a corner over there, YouTube. You don't play copyrighted music, nobody gives a fuck. You got this no-name fucking bullshit. Sounds like the music they play off to getting fucking hung somewhere or electrocuted. It's like, hey, I want to let everybody know tonight we're specializing in a Epidemic Sound edition. Nobody will recognize any of these fucking songs because they're never played on the radio. And because of that, there's nothing to talk about. Which is why I'm going to smoke a fucking pound of marijuana to just try to get through this goddamn thing. I mean, there's not going to be one fucking question about, wow, I really like the artist on that. Oh, thank you, Michael. I really like the artist. It's like, you do. Well, who is it? It's like, well, I don't know. I've never heard it before. Yeah, that's why Mark's playing it now. Because he's about ready to get the fucking death penalty from YouTube. Mark's sitting there smoking, blowing out, fucked up like a motherfucker. Hey, man. Stephanie, you want me to play anything? Oh, you want me to play fucking Angie by the Rolling Stones? All of a sudden, blank fucking screen. It's like, what the fuck? YouTube sends you a follow-up thing. We told you, motherfucker. Yeah, we told you to quit doing that shit. You're not paying for this. It's like, here's where YouTube is mainly fucked up. Now, see, in the old days, as long as you didn't monetize, you could play copyrighted music. So I don't know why they're doing that. And here's the thing, like, I don't even monetize mine anymore. So you notice I put some songs that you hear on the radio on my bullshit, and I get a notice from them that I've got a copyright. It's not a strike, but they're letting me know to quit fucking doing it. Quit doing it. Why? They're not monetized. Their system can't differentiate between a live that's playing copyrighted music and a live that isn't. They'll knock your ass off of there for playing like non-copyrighted music. I get notices from them when none of the videos are copyrighted. What's the fucking problem? Yeah, YouTube. Now you tell YouTube you're playing a fucking thing this week on the Doors, whether they like it or not. I mean, I know you've tried every way of getting around this, playing half the song, a third of the song. You're going to have to go with that like YouTube short shit, where you can only play like 30 seconds of the song. It's like, this is Mark Kropka. I'd like everybody to know that I've been reprimanded by YouTube and I got to change the format of my show. Well, get used to talking to yourself. You might as well get a big fucking mirror. If it's not copyrighted music, you're fucked. It's like you just be sitting there playing this fucking bullshit. Oh, did you hear that, Mark? You can play the copyrighted music with karaoke on the screen. How about that? Let's do some karaoke. Yeah, big deal. Let's do that. Let's kick it. Oh, yeah, you're going to be changing something. Fuck, you're not. You want to bet? Hell, you're not. You'll be fucking talking to yourself in the mirror. It's like, hey, this is Mark Kropka. This is Pirate Radio. I'd like to play some Elton John. Pull the plug. Black. Oh, yeah, you will be. There's a way, too. I checked into it. I was going to do like a late night talk show. I don't want to play that fucking non-copyrighted shit. And you can buy like a license some kind of way. It's expensive. There's a way around it. It's the same license like bars have to pay when they play copyrighted music, jukebox and shit. Huh. Yeah. Oh, look at that. A couple things. All right, you guys, you take it easy. Steph, you party on, babe. Get a little nap. Mark, you rock on. You rebel, you. You rebel. File a lawsuit that they're picking on Canadians. Get that fucking brother of yours to file a lawsuit in Toronto. They're infringing on your rights and they're discriminating against you because you're Canadian. I'll be a witness. All right, party on, guys. Rock on. All right, bye, Steph. See you, Mark. Hey, Amphalov. Yeah, I'm sorry, but I'm just signing off here. We're going to have one tonight. We're going to have one tonight about 9. It's supposed to rain like a motherfucker. We're going to party. That's all right. Yeah, be on tonight, though. I'm going to get a lunch somewhere. You rock on. Have a good day.